Hello, everybody.
Right.
Hello. And welcome back to the Brick and East Broadcast Network. And I am here with my buddy, Brick Literacy. Hello. How's it going, Remy?
It's up. It's good. It's good. I know things are tough in the world, but we're going to try to bring some magic back into it. So,
Well, happy June.
yes.
Start
Yes.
of
Happy
June 1st.
Happy corporate Pride Month, I guess.
Happy upcoming Juneteenth and all the other, and happy release day since we're talking about Lego.
Yeah. Happy Optimus Prime Day, I guess.
Optimus Prime Day, and also I think Starry Night is now available to the general public.
Yeah, Starry Night.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool things out, and there's actually time after the broadcast. I still could go to the Lego store if I wanted to pick up something.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. The new Dots patches are out today. The iron-on patches. So I actually do want to get some of those.
Well, and I'll talk a little bit at the end of the show about the Brick Scouts too.
Yeah.
And that's something that we were talking about on one of my streams, May the 12th. It's only been a couple weeks. So hello, Steve Gamer. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So happy June 1st. And, you know, all kinds of things. It's hard to believe that half the year is almost over already. But June is also a big month because we have a couple of upcoming conventions coming up, and we'll talk about that at the very end of the show. And we're back because we took a week off last week, and we're back, and we're going to be in full swing probably for the next at least 10 weeks or so.
Yeah, at least
I think so. We have a surprise announcement at the end.
at least 9 more weeks after this.
Right.
After that, they need to start airing Lego Masters US.
Maybe.
Come on, Fox.
Let's fingers crossed that'll happen. But today we have a really special guest who's been on the Brick and East Broadcast Network a couple times, and in true form, she is truly prepared for this. Yes. You saw us cosplay when we were doing May the 4th be with you, and I feel kind of bad that I didn't cosplay for this. I feel like I should have.
Once was really enough for me.
Once was enough for you.
Once was enough.
Come on.
We'll leave it to the professionals.
Okay, well, let's see. When Lego Masters Season 3 comes up, maybe we'll convince you that you can do some more. Hey, Zach Martinez, how's it going?
What's up, Zach?
Good to have you here. All right, so as I mentioned, we did a little cosplay on May the 4th be with you. And Remy, I guess, I'm really glad you did that. But we need to do more of that, I think. But I'm really excited because our guest has really come in true form, because today we're going to be talking about Elves and the whole Elves Lego line. And my special guest with me and Brick Literacy together is Aubree Kovatch, also known as the Brick Cove.
Hi.
How's it going, Aubree?
I think you guys hyped that up a little bit too much. I'm just wearing Elf.
Look at her. Well, it's not just that. Yeah. You also have the special shirt.
Oh, yes. My custom Elves shirt that my husband made for me that has the dragons on it. I don't remember what it's made of. There's like 3 horses. It's a pretty famous art piece.
Oh,
it's still really
I don't know what I mean. But it's meant to look sort of like that. So,
Does your husband have a t-shirt printing business, and can other people also obtain an Elf shirt if they want?
Right. No, he just printed it through a website for me.
Oh, okay.
It was either for my birthday or for Mother's Day. I don't remember.
It's a special piece, Remy.
Yeah. So he just signed it and then had it printed.
That's cool. So, is there official Lego merchandise for Elves, like clothing, backpacks, stuff like that? Because I was not collecting when the line first was a thing. So were you collecting during that period?
I was not, because I was too poor to buy Lego at the time.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing everything on shelves. I don't remember ever seeing like clothing or backpacks or anything like that. I have a keychain, but that's it that I have so far. But I'm sure there was at least some sort of something.
And aloha, Vicarious Brickstress. Good to have you here on the show. And as you can see, our elven friend here, Aubree, is here. And she said we hyped her up. But come on, those ears look awesome.
I wish I would have really put so I actually am cosplaying at Brick Slopes as Noctura.
Oh,
but
that would be amazing.
This is all I have of it so far. So
we're giving people a preview. And,
exactly.
And if people want to, cosplay with you at Brick Slopes, right? You got several months to prepare.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
It's less than 3 months, so it's coming.
Yeah, and also kind of, since you were talking about Noctura, I think you made the Tricky Bricks apartment in her style as well, right?
She's the top. I have it right here. I have what I made for the Tricky Bricks collab.
Oh, here we go.
And this is actually all 3 of the villains. So Noctura is on top, and then Morgana is in the middle. Oh, it's going to be really bright.
Wow. Oh, nice. I love that.
Yeah.
So there's Noctura on top, and then Morgana is the middle. Let's see if it'll... And then Cronin, the Goblin King, is on the bottom.
Yeah, there he is.
And guess who else has joined the chat? We have Cole Kovatch as well. Love the ears.
Hi, husband.
Yeah.
And we were also hyping up the T-shirt you made too.
Yes. Yes. That is my husband. Hello, hello.
And then Zach Martinez says that he recalls there was an Elves keychain of some kind of merch that he has from out there.
I don't know where mine is right now.
And no worries, Stephen Gamer. I know that you're busy. It's okay. You don't have to show up at every stream, but it's always great to see you.
But if Stephen, if it makes you feel better, I don't remember you because I'm terrible with names. So there you go.
Well, I think what's interesting is that I mentioned this on one of my interviews that we have a small community, but we have some people who keep coming back, and it's always nice it's like an old friend, right? Coming back to hang out. So it's good to see you, Stephen. And then, Vicarious Brickster says, you're now going to want to have elves. You will want elves.
Yeah.
If you ever go to a convention and they're selling elves products,
warning.
You're going to want that.
Like, first you buy heart medication because when you look at the prices of some of those old sealed sets,
crazy.
You will have palpitations.
Right. And she also says, do elves know Vulcans? Probably not, because Lego does not make Star Trek products.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I'm going to say no.
Not in this universe.
Not in the Lego sphere of the universe.
But I recently completed my set of. I have all the elf sets now.
Look at you.
And it
all of them.
Yes. Well, there's only around 40-ish sets, so it's not like
there's not
a huge undertaking. And it's not like Lord of the Rings, which is also a theme I love, but those sets are just that would you don't have time to take your heart medication for those sets.
Lord of the Rings.
You do not.
And there's a ton of dragons in these sets, so they're awesome.
That's how I got introduced to the set. Is that I won a prize at Bricks Cascade of the Queen's Dragon Rescue set, the one with the white dragon.
Yeah.
And I was like, OMG, now I know why everybody is raving about elves. Because
that's a good prize.
It was an amazing prize. And that was 2 years ago. And I have, I think, only a small poly bag. And there was another one, I think the bakery. There was some bakery where they put the bread into like a volcano to bake the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. See, there you go. They have a bakery.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
the bakery.
This is a little bakery.
Yeah,
the bread's probably not in there, but
and you see on the right there where it's like a volcano oven.
Yeah,
it's a little oven, and it's actually one of the secret portals of where they hide one of the keys.
Oh, see, I don't even know that. And actually, why don't we step back a little bit? So tell us a little bit. Well, first of all, let's introduce Aubree a little bit. How did you get into elves? What was your inspiration for getting into elves?
I guess my inspiration of getting into elves is I've just always loved dragons and fantasy. And everything about the theme covers everything that I love. So there's a couple castles, there's dragons, there's magic, there's nature, there's fun animals, and
the animals are adorable.
Yeah,
and those little baby dragons.
So many.
Oh my God.
There's so many like foxes and little cats and all sorts of critters.
Yeah, that's right. Like the neon green fox, right? Isn't that part of the collection too? Yeah. See, I don't know any of the names. That's why I'm leaning. That's why we invite guests because that way the guests can go through this.
I wouldn't say that I'm a complete expert, but let's see. It's just going to be so bright because I'm wearing light on. But
yes,
this is Dusty.
Yes, I have that one.
The green fox. This is one of Regana's. One of Regana's pets. So she has the black cat and the fox. So.
Are they pets or are they mediums? Because there's all this magic going on.
Yeah, isn't she also? Isn't she is also the black cat? Like that's one of her forms, right? Or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't think she is not the black cat, but Lumia and Noctura transform into
that's one thing.
So yeah, there's I actually have my husband did this for me as well. This is Regana with her cat.
Yes, I remember you showed a group of us that.
That's cool. The expression on the cat is so great.
Cole, I know you're driving, but you are an amazing artist. That is so cool. Or as they say here, it's dope, yo.
So yeah, you see Regana with Jinx and Dusty quite a bit.
Yeah.
And they're almost like minions, but
they have magic to them though too, right?
Yeah.
So they're magical minions.
Yes. So those are Regana's little minions. The Noctura's minions are bats, and the Goblin King's minions are goblins. So.
Oh, okay. The bats. That's where all those cool wings are on that building you showed us earlier too, right?
I do have a few bats on the back of the building, but the top of it is.
The top of it has a mechanism in the normal set. Did you keep that in the apartment, or
so
did you not have room for it?
I built the apartment, I wasn't actually going to use the mechanism, but I didn't like anything else on the top. So it does sort of have the mechanism, but because I put so much stuff on the top, it won't fold.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So it is sort of in there.
That's true. The play functions. There were a lot of play functions in these Elves sets.
But the top of that. So the top of that actually sits on top of this set right here.
Wow.
And I have 3 of this set, and none of them are complete because this is the tower that I'm working on building for Brick Slopes. So I have been scavenging all of my parts or all of my sets for parts.
Wow.
But the top of it sits like that, and I wish I could show you a side by side, but the top sits like that, and the wings come down here and cover her. And then you have
that must be cool.
You can open it up, and it reveals her.
Wow.
And this is actually my favorite Elves set that there is this one because of that play function.
And there's a question in the chat about I can narrow my quest down to one set, Aubree. Is there a set with a purple or medium lilac dragon?
Yeah.
So there's actually 2. There's 2 dragons that are purple. So this one
you got it right there.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, let me get this out of my way, and I'm going to turn this
And
down.
hello, Lena. And hello, Brickaroo Bonsai.
I don't know if it'll help at all.
I have a picture of the set if we'd rather just look at that.
Yeah, you can do that too. So this one is one of the elemental animals. So this one comes later.
Those dragon heads. The white dragon has that same kind of head too.
It's hard to see, really. It's
still amazing.
Hang on.
And then there's also that one's the regular lavender color, and then this one's a medium lavender. So this one is Gust, and then this one's kind of one of the main dragons. And the elemental animal. But so there are 2 purple dragons. This one, I would say, is probably harder to find just because it is, and it's probably more expensive. Because it is
poor Vicarious Brickstress. Now you got her hooked.
Well, yeah. Well, what you can do is that, because I think Gust comes in the Dragon Sanctuary set, which is one of the most expensive sets.
Yep, it is hard to find.
You can also sometimes you can just find the dragon,
right?
Or you can go on Bricklink and order just the dragon head and the wings and rebuild it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can save money that way if you don't need the whole set.
If you go to Bricklink, yeah. If you
decide
to download the parts.
Yeah, there you go.
I have the box of the elemental.
Yeah.
Ira and the Song of the Wind.
A little bit of a smaller set. You get a bat and you get Ira. And then you also get this dragon. Oh, and you get Lumia as well.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So this one's cool.
And the cover art, if you don't mind leaving that up, if you look at the cover art for the box, it was just so well done. Cool. And then this is kind of like is it a precursor to Friends, or were Friends happening at the same time? Because in the corner, they have the elves similar to how they did Friends, where they have a group of them together.
Yeah. Friends predates this. So this was in 2015 when Elves first came out, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't remember when Friends first came out. I'd have to look at that.
Okay.
It feels like their Friends are older.
Question in the chat too.
Yeah.
How many dragons total were there in this line? Does anyone know?
There were, I believe. Let me check real quick. 1 second.
Are you including the little dragons, Zach, or are you talking about the big dragons? Because if you count, there's also little baby dragons as well.
3, 4, 5,
yeah,
6,
those little tiny ones, like what Aubree's holding up.
I believe there were 8 dragons, 8 sets with buildable dragons.
Yeah, so I actually have all of the dragons. I was working on building one because it's not built. Remy actually sent it to me because I was having a hard time finding it. And
yeah, we traded because
I was gonna say
I needed the green fox. I can't remember her name at the moment.
Yeah,
Dusty that one.
Yeah, she had an extra green fox, and I had an extra sapphire. So
this fox actually comes with Noctura's tower.
Yeah, and like that set is it's a cool set. There's a reason why it's Aubree's favorite.
Yeah,
so it's a little hard to find. I had to find I had to get the fox and then get the tower in pieces and.
Right.
I just found the tower on its own for like $40 at Bricks and Minifigs recently. I hadn't been into a Bricks and Minifigs for a really long time, and they had it was like behind a bunch of other stuff, and it was just the tower in pieces, but it had so it didn't have like the bats or her doll or the fox, but it had all the other parts that are unique to that set. And so I was like, yep, picking that one up.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good find.
So Debo suggests that Lego just go ahead and make a dragon theme.
Yeah, like they've been making the Ninjago dragons, but it doesn't quite scratch the same itch.
No, it's
because
not nearly as good.
The thing about Elves is I just enjoy the world and being in the world. And all the characters there. So
it's a lot of fun. There is a show that's a little complicated to follow if you want to follow the story from beginning to end.
How could you watch the show? Is it available on any of the major networks, or
part of it's on YouTube? So
I can send you. There's a YouTube playlist that has the story in order that was released on YouTube and on the internet. A lot of it was a web series, and it's kind of confusing. I think the first season is really only like a 30-minute thing, and that's where I think the whole first wave came from that 30 minutes.
30 minutes, one 30-minute show, and they did the first wave?
Well, it was just little shorts, 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, not that one.
Not that one.
But then there were shorts that came with it, and there were a couple of sets where they found the keys. But there's Skyra's castle. I'm trying to remember because it's when you meet the main character Emily, who's from Earth, and she ends up in Elvendale, and then she Hi, Snowlena.
Yes, she loves the
home, so they have to go on a quest to find all the keys. And yeah, it's like 30 minutes. So you get like Skyra's castle, you get all the characters, and then you get like each place of where they find all the keys. And that's all within like that 30 minutes. And that's also before you are even introduced to any of the villains.
So how many keys are there that you have to look for?
Just 4, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just the 4.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if it's 4 or 5. I only have
it's
4 in front of me, so
the main elements.
Earth, fire, because like she is the 5th element.
Yeah. Her necklace.
I see. Element. So similar to the other 5th element?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, slightly different.
From a lot of the same like stories that you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm. So. Devo makes a good point. Ninjago dragons always come with a Ninjago fig, so who needs another ninja?
Yeah, this is the main drawback of Ninjago dragons.
That's true. They also have the creator 3-in-1 dragons too.
Yeah, and they're coming out with more of those for sure. I have speculation. They are saying that they're going to announce a new theme. At the LegoCon that's happening soon.
Oh, is that the big announcement? Oh my God! Don't tease me now.
If
you just gotta get my hopes up.
Hello, Monica.
So I've seen the last time we were at Legoland on a couple of the rides and like banners and things like that, and like ads that they play on random screens and stuff while you're at Legoland. There was it looked like a theme, like how they have everything else of like, Friends or Ninjago, called Mythica.
Oh,
right. Isn't there that? Yeah, isn't that set out now? Or
and there's a couple of other. I've seen a couple things for it, and supposedly Lego is announcing a new theme at LegoCon. So I'm hoping that it's Mythica, and I'm hoping that we get dragons.
That would
I don't know. I'm not going to get my hopes up too high.
Elves reboot.
I'm too hyped for it.
There's a question there, Aubree, for you. How many keys special are those keys special pieces molds?
Yeah, it's
Let's see if I can.
Smallish. Yeah, if you have one, yeah, that's good.
Let's see if we can get it to.
Oh, nice.
And they each come with like a transparent. There we go. Awesome.
Wow.
But yeah, those transparent element pieces are also very fun.
Tiles.
So the only doll that I was trying to find that I couldn't find was Skyra, which these all come from her castle. Hold on, I'm going to put that back in. So they're in like their little things that you have to put in her castle in order to make the portal open, which I wish I would have been able to get.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, there's all those keys.
Yeah.
And Monica says Mythica is part 1 of the Legoland exclusives.
Part of one of the.
Well,
we'll see.
I didn't see like Mythica sets when we were there, so we'll see. But I had my hopes up. I was like, oh, are we getting a special treat here?
Somebody has Skyra's castle still in the box.
You better keep it in the box.
What? What?
Keep it in the box and you can retire someday.
Skyra's castle is pretty expensive. I only have one set currently. Well, I guess I technically have 2, but I only have one set that I haven't built.
Yeah.
So Debo says, here's a new theme. Elves plus speed champions. Drag on.
Yes. Perfect.
I wish. Oh yeah, and the
Debo, you and
rescue from the Goblin Village.
Yeah, so this one's the Goblin Village. I just haven't had a chance to build this one yet, but this one was really fun, and Moto actually gifted this to me at last year's.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that set, but if viewers of the show will notice that there's no statue of Sophie in the town square.
Yeah.
And I think that's a real missed opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yeah, because Sophie looks just like, I guess, someone that the goblins revere. So
yeah,
they do have a statue of her in their town
square.
square.
And so the whole Elvendell, they like really admire the humans, Sophie and Emily, because they don't have pointed ears. So they find them very interesting.
It's a curiosity.
They're exotic.
Yeah.
Also, not to switch gears totally, but Sophie really reminds me of like the cat from Aliens, Jonesy, because in the first movie, the cat is like all over the ship and everyone's chasing after her. And in the Goblin King season, they're all trying to get Sophie back because the Goblin King has her. And then in the next season, Emily is going to the portal and Sophie's like, "Hey, let me come with you." And Emily's like, "No, you stay home this time."
And then also,
which is what Ripley says to Jonesy in Aliens. So
that's so funny. I never would have put those together. But
yeah, I don't know why I put that together.
Yeah, that's an interesting analogy you got there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like it.
But I
if
think
anyone has more Aliens parallels, feel free to share them in the comments.
We probably should maybe try a watch party of Elves if it's on YouTube.
That would be fun.
Just do like a watch party, like once every week or something. We could look at something
also
like that.
So yeah, there's most of the stories are on YouTube, but the Goblin King's story is on Netflix.
Yeah.
And that's where you're also going to get like the best animation, and it's the most cohesive story. It's actually built in episodes, and they follow each other and have like a clear storyline, where the other ones are a little bit more hard to follow. There's a playlist that I found that put all of them in order from the order that the story is released in. So that playlist was extremely helpful to find.
Yeah, it's also like a little jarring sometimes because some of the episodes, the Elves characters have like the Lego hands, and sometimes they just have hands.
Well, yeah. So sometimes they're like the cartoon Lego version that you're similar with, like Ninjago or something like that. And then other times they're very anime style. And that's the style that is on Netflix is the more anime style. So it is like a clear show. It's also technically like the last season. So they probably just
I thought that that the Goblin King season is the final season.
I didn't follow it in the way that like when it actually came out. So, but that's just what the internet tells me.
Oh, okay.
But I
Hello,
find it
Zizu.
interesting.
Hello, Zizu. And Snowlena says there is a Mythica set on Brickset.
Nice.
40556.
So yeah, maybe it is just a Legoland exclusive.
Could be. So let me ask you, Aubree, as far as, so how long have you been an Elves fan? Since it sounds like were you there from the very beginning?
Yeah, I have been a fan of Elves since it came out, but I've been able to afford Elves for
just recently.
Yeah, recently. No, I was able to pick up some of the like very last stuff that was on the shelves. Which I think was 2017, 2018. So that's when I was able to like actually start buying stuff. But yeah, Elves has probably been my favorite theme as long as I can really remember like really being into Lego. Because I would say that I was like casually into Lego. And we would build stuff like on dates and stuff like that here and there when we could afford it. But it was like 2016, 2017 that we actually started amassing a collection.
Right.
That wasn't just my husband's childhood collection. Which we actually didn't even get until later on. We didn't like ask his parents, hey, do you have all of his Lego still, until maybe like 2020, 2019.
So
it's good that they kept it. Yeah.
If I understand right, because my knowledge of Elves is very rudimentary compared to the two of you. So if I understand right, that there's like families of characters, like you have the goblins. Like one of the goblins I know is, I think, Dukin or Duklin, the one with the eye patch, because I've used him on pirate ships.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So the goblins. Oh, there he
is.
Yeah,
they all are. Yeah.
Look at the goblins. Yeah, there he is, the one with the eye patch. I got one of those to put on a pirate ship. So do the colors mean something as far as the purple or lavender goblins versus the lime green goblins? Or
I'm actually not sure.
I think it's just a way to tell them apart, since they all have the same skin tone. It's probably just a way to differentiate them.
So Zizou, you saw Elves in the title and you had to check it out. All right, good advertising. Well, I had this conversation with Mora Moore when he interviewed me for his Crossing the Stream show. And I said, we're more of an educational channel. And you don't hear people talking about some of these legacy themes. And this is part of what we're bringing to you, folks, is some educational value as far as you're learning all about elves. If you have questions about elves, this is a good time to start putting them in the chat, because we're gonna answer them the best we can. If we don't know the answer, we'll just say we don't know the answer. And
we'll look it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up and get back to you.
Whatever is easier for us.
All right, so I asked the question about the goblins, and so the families, you have goblins. As far as if we kind of break it down, you have the elves themselves, which are the main characters, which are in the style of mini dolls.
Yeah.
Then you have the companions, which are like the little mini animals that come with them. Then you have the goblins. Are the goblins like the main villains of the Elves universe, or is there some sort of evil thing that they're fighting against?
So
I guess
other than the first season, each season or wave has its own villain. So Regana is a villain that tries to steal all of the dragons and the baby dragons.
No, not the baby dragons.
And Noctura tries to steal all of the elemental animals so that she can have power and break out of the shadow world. The Goblin King he kidnaps Sophie, who is the human, the little sister of Emily. He kidnaps Sophie so that he can try and get through the portal to Earth, because he wants to be able to control that stuff. So the Goblin King, his minions are the goblins. Regana only has her cat and her fox. And then Noctura has all of the bats. So each animal is kind of with a different villain.
Okay. And Zach has an interesting question for the panel or anybody in the room. Do you feel that had elves been non-mini dolls, I guess regular minifigs, if it had been a non-mini doll theme similar to Friends, do you think it would have been more popular? That's an interesting question.
I think at the time, possibly. I don't think that it would have fit just because of the colors and the storylines and things like that. I think that mini dolls was the best choice to go with. But at the time that it came out, mini dolls were really looked down on, and still sort of are. There are a lot of people that still are. Like them. But I think a lot of people are coming around to them. But yes, there's definitely a huge group of AFOLs that don't buy sets specifically because they have mini dolls. And that's just because people don't like change.
Right.
Yeah, well, the Elves was specifically marketed and targeted at girls, right?
At girls. That was the other thing. Yep.
I don't know if minifigures would have helped that, a wider audience adopt that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like even in 2015, which is not that long ago, which is pretty sad. The
thing is, they can always bring it back. They're starting to bring back Vikings. They're bringing back Castle. They're bringing back a lot of things. And some other people are saying here, like Snowlena was saying that if Elves were to be relaunched now, it would be a raging success. And Monica Berry says the same thing, is that it would probably do better now. And also the demographic is changing because now that they're adding adults into the mix, if, you know, and a lot of people like Lord of the Rings and some of the other mythical types of themes.
Yes.
We haven't, with the exception of maybe Ninjago, there really isn't a current magical theme right now.
Well, and they're also, you know, you said it, there also really isn't a current castle theme. And like, if there's one thing Elves did well, it was, you know, they have some banging castles.
Castles, dragons, magic. What more could you ask for? And I think maybe they have been stepping away from Elves because it kind of conflicts with Harry Potter, because Harry Potter also has goblins. I know what you think about Harry Potter, Remy. We're not going to go
get
down
rid of
that
Harry
road.
Potter. It's fine.
But I think that's part of the problem, is that they don't want us, you know, a theme cannibalizing another theme.
Two magical themes. Yeah,
yes, exactly. So I think that's part of the problem. Zizu also mentions here that I think most people would say that it would have been more fun with minifigures instead of mini dolls. I don't think it would have been more successful with minifigs, and I agree with you there.
But Vicarious Bricks just, the DC Superhero Girls also had some great mini dolls.
Yep, and those didn't do very well either.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And a lot of people do prefer minifigs, but Elves worked well with mini dolls. I agree. Of course, Lena has to throw in hashtag Bionicle. We knew that was coming. Oh, look, Joel's here. How's it going, Joel? Harry Potter is very magical.
Very magical.
It is.
It's
and
Pride Month.
That's probably why they're not relaunching Elves right now. I know. That's a whole other
even more reason to get rid of it.
We can talk about the whole Harry Potter thing. So
that's an interesting take on it. I wouldn't have thought of it that way. I feel like Harry Potter is pretty big, but Harry Potter also came out as Lego before Elves, and it also has been running all the way through Elves. Like, wasn't Harry Potter 2010-ish?
Well, yeah, they just celebrated. Didn't they just celebrate a 20th anniversary or a 10th anniversary, right? Because they had the 20th anniversary of Ninjago, and then the 10th anniversary of Harry Potter. So they did overlap.
Yeah, I can definitely see some marketing guy being like, "Well, they both have magic. They both have dragons. Why do we need both of these?
Exactly.
I can't tell the difference."
Yeah, but
people are going to be confused. No, we're
and
not
they have that voice too, Remy.
Yeah, that's the voice. Yeah.
Here, do that voice again for the full screen.
don't. Oh, I'm an executive. This thing has dragons and then magic, and this thing also has dragons and magic. People are going to be confused. They won't buy it. It'll sit on the shelf.
I'm so glad you humored me with that.
This is, modern executives. That's so in the mind of a modern executive.
Was also in the early 2000s.
I'm sure it's much older than
Elves. So
Ninjago was out then too, wasn't it? Because I think Harry Potter was their 20th anniversary, and I think Ninjago was 10-year anniversary.
They might be both 20.
Yeah, maybe they're both 20, and then Friends just celebrated their 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, I think
Friends
so.
Does predate Elves because it would have been 2012.
This is why we need the chat, because we don't know everything.
It's easier for them to
do our best.
Yeah.
If they don't know it, it's faster for them to Google than for us to Google.
It's I guess in that way, Elves is really closer to like Hidden Side in terms of like lifespan and short print run and sets. But also had some amazing sets.
Video, right? Video had a lot of kind of magical creatures in there too.
Well, Video was very, very short-lived too.
Yeah,
Hidden Side and Elves at least had a couple runs. You could argue that Video had 2 waves, right? Because it came out with the first wave of all the beat boxes, and then it came out with sets, but it was really, really short-lived, less than a year.
So we have the chat saying Ninjago's been 10 years, HP's been about 20 years. And we also have Star Wars has magic as well. That's true. They call it the Force.
Oh, Snow Lena got the right idea. Sorry.
Put a goat in it.
Put a goat in it, and people will buy it. People will fly off the shelves.
A magical goat.
The goat is a license to print money, basically.
How about a goat with elves' ears?
Yeah,
that would sell well.
An elven goat.
Elven goat with like a detachable headpiece, so you can like swap the ears in and out. Boom.
I don't know.
We saw a video.
We've seen how disappointed people were with the goat that came in the goat boat, the brick-built goat. Everybody was so excited, and then everybody was so disappointed.
Everybody is sad about that. Well, also there's magic in Thor, in the whole Thor line, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole Mjolnir. I can never pronounce the hammer, but yeah. Well, anyway, let's go back to talk about your collection. So it sounds like Remy has completed his collection, all 40 sets.
Yes.
So Aubree, where are you with your completionist portion of your sets?
So Remy actually helped me complete part of it that I wasn't going to complete. I have all of them, but I currently cannot find all of them. So there's a couple more that I'm trying to get my hands on again. The tree bat attack for Noctura is one of them, where she turns into a bat. And then
that must be cool.
Lumia, which is one. So the bat that Noctura turns into and the fox that Lumia turns into are the only animals that I don't have in front of me right now. And those are the two sets that I'm looking for. What I had never really planned on getting was these foil bags.
Oh yeah, the foil bags are cute.
And
they are so adorable.
Yeah.
So I never really planned on getting these because other than the animals, the parts aren't specific or they're not. You can find those parts, and you can also find all the animals. Sorry, it's really bright.
There isn't anything exclusive.
Shiny
there's
foil
nothing
packs.
Exclusive in these.
Now, were those available in the U.S.?
No.
Those were only in Europe, right? You can usually tell.
Yeah, I found there was an eBay bulk lot. This is if you want to start collecting the sets, you can find them on eBay. I've actually found like eBay and Facebook Marketplace, like a much better source than Bricklink for like full sets.
Yep.
Right.
And sometimes you can find bulk lots. Like I found a bulk lot of like 20 packages for like $4 each.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And you have leftover to give as like gifts at holiday times and stocking stuffers and whatnot.
When you're trading. It was
we're good trade fodder.
Remy and I did a trade, and I sent him a fox, and he sent me this dragon that I'm building.
There we go. Sapphire.
Yeah, Sapphire. So I was like, oh, this is fun. So I threw in like a couple animals that I had extras of, and like a keychain that I had an extra of.
Yeah.
And then
I did not have a keychain.
And I was like, oh, it'll be so fun and cute. And then he sends me these foil bags, and I was like, wow, Remy. Way to just mic drop on me.
Yeah, they weren't too expensive. So
I was very appreciative.
That is very sweet. Now there's a lot of chatter going on about Thor and goats. So we have Thor's magic.
we riled up the population talking about goats. So, that never ends well.
So somebody says Thor's magic, and another person says Thor is overrated. Then we have goat versus Thor.
Right.
But yeah. Snow Lena, if you want to complete the whole theme, just like be patient. Look for like people getting rid of their kids like collection. You can find some bulk lots.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like, hey, my kid had these sets. And,
going to a convention is also a great way too, because if you have also something like one thing that I've been toying with is I have Apocalypseburg, right? And I'm thinking if I want to swap Apocalypseburg out for something, how much would I get if I wanted to swap that out with some, say, elf sets? Right. So it really depends on look at your collection. What are some of the things that you have that maybe you love them at the time, but maybe, you want to try something new. And that's the great thing about Lego is it holds its value, and it's also something you can trade.
Yeah, I did. I also traded some Lego Batman movie sets because that was like the first theme I got into when I started collecting Lego, and then I just kind of lost interest in it. So, not sad to give those away.
So
like,
Zizu is saying we're enabling people because they're using the panel as an excuse to go enable people.
Our most dangerous panel yet. You know, if you have a problem, you can call the hotline and talk to a professional.
And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about why are we covering this now? Because Elves is out of production, but a lot of people aren't aware of what was in this line, and so we're here to kind of educate you that there were some of these. Look at this dragon here, Sapphire Dragon. That is beautiful.
We got her built.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's a pre-printed head as well. So the other thing is this line came out with these beautiful head prints on these dragons. So
should we do a dragon tour?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have what's your favorite dragon, Aubree? Which one is your favorite?
My favorite Elves dragon is Alondra, which is
it's classic.
She's
the
white.
Queen dragon.
That's the one I have.
Yeah.
And I actually modded it a little bit because I needed it for a collab.
Yeah.
Her wings are like, I believe she has the only transparent wings except for maybe like the bat.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah, her wings are different than everyone else's. So they're like the thin plastic that, like you said, is transparent and is movable. And every other dragon, like this is there are 2 other dragons that are this big and they have this type of
hard plastic.
Yeah, the hard plastic that you're used to.
Yeah, they don't have that translucent part.
So this is the biggest one of the series or of all the theme. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I love this one. So yeah, this is Alondra. She's the queen dragon.
Yeah. That's why the Queen's Dragon Rescue is where that's the set that has that dragon.
Yeah.
And yet, if you are looking to put a dragon together, a lot of the dragon sets with the hard plastic wings, they generally came with an extra wing. So you can find wings and heads on brick.
Yeah, like I have a ton. Oh, I don't know where she put it. Oh, okay. So I have a few of this blue dragon. Here, I'll show you the.
Debo really likes that.
Flame yellow dragon.
Yellow dragon.
The fire dragon. There's an earth dragon.
Yeah, so there's a dragon for every element. This is the water dragon.
Adorable.
So I'll put her close so you can see.
So cute. And look at those eyelashes.
Yeah. So this is the water dragon. So she's really cute. This is actually one of the easiest dragons that I've been able to find. I have found 3 of this dragon complete, and then I found her head and her wings in like bulk buys, a bunch of stuff every single time. So this is one that my daughter put together.
Oh, cute.
So she's like, here's one of the extra heads. There's a pterodactyl for a tail.
I was just going to ask about the tail.
Like,
came from a Jurassic Park set.
This is very like spider-like to me, the way that the legs are. But so yeah, I have quite a few extra pieces of this dragon. But yeah, I have, anytime I find random dragon wings or anything like that in a bulk lot, I'll buy them. So
there's a lot of dragon chat right now as far as
they're amazing.
Joel was asking, isn't the Dragon's Lair an 80s video game?
So, it is. It's a very hard game.
And then he mentions also Tiamat is the queen dragon in D&D. So, I mean, dragons seem to be very popular in multiple genres of games and video games and other things as well.
Because
Monica, I'm not sure which dragon you were referring to, but I'm sure it was one of the ones that we just saw.
The queen dragon is hard.
And then here's one about Zizu is wanted only the sets with the dragons at first, but now is regretting not getting the magic rescue from the Goblin Village. So
I think
that one isn't too expensive, and you can part that one out relatively easy.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing about that one is it's kind of like a nod to the set. I think it was in Castle of Black Market Street. So I
don't remember that one.
If there's, I don't know, what's the other theme that was like similar to Castle?
Well, here's a question: do all of the dragons have eyelashes? I think they do.
So They actually
Oh.
don't. So
They don't?
This one is a male dragon. This is
Look at
Thorn.
that.
Oh, sorry. Let's see if
they all have kind of eye
Tattoos?
decoration, you know.
Yeah, they all have like
Flare.
a design
Yeah.
around their eyes. But so this one is Thorn, and this one is a male dragon. But this one is Zanya, and she's a female dragon. So she does have her little eyelashes.
I love the print around their eyes.
So yeah, they all have a unique
nice.
print around their eyes. Let's see.
Yeah, and I have Ashwing here. Ashwing also has a unique print around their eyes.
Yeah, Ashwing
there you
is
go.
very interesting.
Lena says, the dragons of Earth, Wind, and Fire probably sing on the 21st of September.
Remember? So Ashwing is amazing. This is like what would be considered the Goblin King's dragon.
Oh, yeah, because of the colors.
Yeah, so my Ashwing is currently missing a leg, and it's a wyvern. There's a couple that are wyverns.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, Cyclo.
And the wyverns are the ones without the front legs.
Yeah. So they have 2 legs, and then they have like claws and stuff for the top right here. But yeah, Ashwing is interesting because it's referenced as he and she throughout the series.
Oh,
so
interesting.
We're actually not sure on Ashwing's
gender. They're non-binary.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting comment from Joel that the Raya dragon is $18 at Target.
Oh shoot, guys, we got to end. I'm going to Target.
And then, but the question from, this is kind of spurring a different question, is that, it seems like Lego keeps coming up with dragons whenever they have an opportunity to. So the Raya dragon is one of those, which, how do you compare the newer dragons like the Raya dragon to the ones that Elves had?
Well, no, like the Raya dragon is an Asian dragon, so it's like a totally different style. Like these are all kind of European dragons,
right? With the little feet, right? The long snake-like body and little feet. Yeah,
and they use tubes to put that one together, and it's meant to be an easier build for a younger audience. So that dragon is gorgeous, but it has a lot of very custom parts to it, and it's a pretty quick build. It does have really pretty foil that goes along the side of it. I think that's the highlight of Sisu, the Raya dragon. The other Asian-inspired dragon that I really like is the Great Protector from the Shang-Chi sets. So the Shang-Chi sets is, I loved that dragon. I built it, and it actually ended up being quite a bit bigger than I expected it to be. And after I built it, it was still on sale at Target. That's why I bought it in the first place. Well, and it's a dragon. I would have bought it anyway.
Yeah, it's a good build.
Yeah, it was so fun, and so it was still on sale at Target, and I went and picked up another one. That's a really good dragon. So
we've been mispronouncing wyvern, so I've asked Monica to use the pronunciation guide to text it. Apparently, we're mispronouncing it.
Oh,
we'll just call them Burns.
Burns.
Yeah,
Wyvern,
we'll just abbreviate it.
Wyvern.
The Vern.
And
I've always known it as wyvern. I'm sure it's.
Well, I think it also depends on what country you're from, because I know that like advertisement is how they pronounce it in Britain, where we say advertisement, right?
Right.
But
Lena's playing some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Apparently there's a Monkey Kid dragon.
What? Oh, yes, that is coming out.
What?
It's interesting though, because it's almost like a turtle.
Let me find it. I can find it real
dragon.
Quick.
Yeah, it's interesting. My husband and I were looking at it. I think it just came out today, didn't it? Maybe it wasn't a part of ones that came out. Let's see if we can get it. So this one's Gust. This is the Wind Dragon. And it's another one of the...
That's the one that Vicarious Bricks just wants.
Yeah. So there are 2 that are this size. The Fire Dragon and the Wind Dragon. And then the Earth Dragon and the Water Dragon are a little bit smaller. These ones are the same.
Yeah, they're so cute.
So let's see. See if I can put them together so you can see a little bit of a size difference.
Wow.
Yeah, it is substantial when they're next to each other.
And then
the Queen's dragon's even bigger, right? Yeah.
But her head mold is actually the rest of them are about the same size, but hers is larger. And then I just finished Sapphire, which we saw. Yeah. She's really pretty. And then we have Cyclo, which we've shown before as well. So those are the dragons.
Yeah. Yep. Those are so nice. That's so nice. You have so many dragons too.
This one is just so bright because it's like, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, we've got a lot of people who are dragon fans because there's also a new dragon coming out in Ninjago as well. So people are keeping an eye on that. And
yeah, but the Monkey Kid dragon comes out August 1st.
Oh, it's August 1st. So the Monkey Kid temple just came out today, which looks really good.
Now, here's some speculation. Zizu says if we ever get the Legend of Zelda sets, then that will be similar to Elves.
I would love to see a Zelda theme, first of all, but I would love to see it with mini dolls because I know
that would be awesome.
Piss so many people off, and it would make me so happy.
So apparently, we already have Monkey Kid in Australia. So you have that Monkey Kid dragon. Can you get your hands on that, Selena?
Just, if you could just pop one over to the U.S., that would be great.
Real quick.
Just put it in the mailbox and.
I'm sure you have plenty of people who'd be willing to pay you a small fee.
Rick needs to put your P.O. box in the thing again. We'll do it now. And if anyone from overseas wants to give us, sets earlier.
Here we go. The Brickanista Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 31956, Seattle, Washington. 98103.
Yeah, just there you go.
I don't know.
Since we're doing that, remember to like and subscribe to the stream if you like this kind of content where we're talking about elves and some other cool things. That helps us out. But going back to the chat again, it sounds like there's also some discussion about mini dolls versus minifigs. So if Legend of Zelda were to come out, I agree with you, Aubree, that mini dolls would be a better choice. But would it really sell as well?
No, but it's minifigs? Once they announce it, really, you can use the announcement thread on Instagram to weed out all the garbage people in the Lego community. That's what you use it for. So, yeah, Lego, make it mini dolls, and we can improve the community at the same time.
No, I've been saying that Lego has been coming for me specifically this year because
all the Friends sets have been awesome this year.
So they made Friends Space, which was my dream theme. It is amazing, and it was such a fun build. But this actually, I'll show this one because it fits in. So I brought it up for this reason. The new theater, which I'm
the theater,
and you should check out her Instagram page because she's posted a lot of this there.
So I'm a theater kid, and I would have loved this no matter what.
Yeah,
but there's an Elves reference on it.
Yep. And just the colors of the entire Friends line are so much brighter, and they just it's
Zelda
so different.
Zelda would just look better as a mini doll.
And the designers, too, I think, are doing a better job with play functions because there's a play function in that set where there's a trap door.
Yeah, there's a trap door.
Cool things.
Sorry,
and the curtains open and close, right?
But
So even though Australia has the Monkey Kid, they don't have this set yet.
Trying to not draw this.
Here, let me give you full screen. There we go.
Watch me drop it.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. It's opening up the curtains. Yeah, and
it's just
that's the other thing is that
more
sets are having this closing feature. I mean, same thing with this 3-in-1 castle I've been working on. Is that I think this is a new way that they're starting to build buildings. Same thing with Home Alone. Home Alone had that kind of closing feature as well, which I like better. I hope they're going to move some of the modulars to that.
Yeah, I I love this set so much. So before I built it, I thought that the price was a little steep. It's $100. After building it though and seeing all the parts and like I understand why it is that price.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a lot of special parts in it and the curtains and things like that. So I definitely understand why it is $100, and I think that it's worth it after building it. And
well, and just it's 1150 pieces, so it's worth it for $100.
Yeah,
I think so. And look at all that.
Look at the trap door.
Gotta have a bathroom.
Yeah.
And then and there's like a storage closet or a storage underneath, and then the broom closet. Props.
I look the stand for the wig and the helmet.
Yeah.
I think Tricky Bricks did a similar build, but theirs was not as colorful as far as the color palette. And it looks like there's a lot of theater geeks here in the chat.
Yeah.
The little theater geek in me is dying now.
Yeah,
That's good to know, Zach.
If you like theater,
dope.
Then that set is...
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that set too. Yeah. I may pick it up this weekend.
And there's even an art school set coming out too.
Yeah.
So Friends is really killing it lately.
Oh yeah.
Those are the two that I picked up on Sunday. Was the art school?
Yeah. Emma, is that Emma? Emma's art school?
So this one's Emma.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out already. Okay.
Yeah, it came out on Sunday.
It came out this weekend, right? Or last weekend.
It was the 29th, yeah. Really weird for a release day, but yeah, it was the 29th. So we picked up the theater, and then my husband is a full-time artist. Art's really important in our house. So we got this one as well. I haven't built this one yet. I built the theater first. What was funny, though, is that Noctura sticker, the Elves sticker, literally the last sticker that you put on. Out of 20 stickers in the whole set. It was like the last one, part of the very last.
The best for last, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I was like, of course it was. Of course it was.
So I wanted to just say, well, this has been so much fun doing this. I wanted to just check with the chat. Do you have more questions for Aubree? As we've been going over an hour now already.
What is the casual dragon next to the plant on the shelf behind you, Aubree? Do you have
so that's actually a Ninjago dragon.
Oh,
that one
that's the
Bone Crusher.
The Skull Sorcerer's dragon, right?
Dragon, which this dragon is absolutely nuts. Like it is massive.
Wow.
And it
call it the Bone Crusher?
No, I think it's the Skull Sorcerer's
dragon. It is Skull Sorcerer's dragon. That's the set. I think its name might be Bone Crusher or Skull Crusher.
Okay.
It might be one. It's one of those. I don't remember.
Crushing something.
Is that a printed out piece?
I don't remember. I think that one is printed.
Okay.
So there's a different dragon from the earlier seasons that's a pretty similar build. That's the firstborn, the mother dragon. But which had been my favorite for a really long time.
The wingspan on that is just massive.
After
somebody's eye out.
Elena.
It's probably like
all these wings.
Steve's Brick Cave is here. Hey, Steve.
How's it going?
Good day. How are you in Australia?
This dragon took my top spot favorite of Ninjago dragons from the mother dragon. I built it maybe like 2-3 months ago on stream. And one of my favorite parts of how this and the firstborn in Ninjago.
That's amazing.
Oh, the tail. Yeah,
the way that it's like really sturdy too, and how it moves around. I really like how they built this.
Yeah, the new water dragon has a tail like that.
Yeah,
kind of same build, and you can like loop it around and do all sorts of fun stuff with it.
Yeah, and is it the jungle dragon? It's similar as well. So the reason that I like this one and firstborn just a little bit more than those dragons, and is they have brick built heads, which I really like. I love the molded dragon heads of the elves. Don't get me wrong, and I even like them in Ninjago, but like just seeing this brick built head. Let's get it closer so it's not quite as bright. But
Steve is saying that it's the tail is swinging when it's happy, Aubree.
Yes, exactly.
It's wagging. Even
It's
undead
wagging
dragons are
its
happy.
tail like a nice little dog.
They need affection too.
Yeah,
that's so
exactly.
fun. And
Because-
sorry it's so cold down there in Australia right now, Snowlena and Steve's brick cave. Yeah.
Enjoy
it's
it while you
getting
can.
warmer for us, but colder for them down there.
Yeah, it's getting pretty warm for us.
Yeah. So I just wanted to just check with the chat if there are any last minute questions, because we do have a couple announcements, and I'm glad that some people from down under are here because it's going to kind of apply to them.
I'll show you guys the villains when we put them on a brick for you, though, so you can see them. Take them.
Yeah, we already. While you're doing that, I just want to say, oh yeah, there we go. There they
nice.
are. Yeah, we didn't talk about the books at all. Like the books in the elf sets are so good.
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Like, and there's like at least there's like 10 or a dozen books, different books in the line. They're all amazing, and they come if you can show the tile in there. Like all the goblins come with this little tile as well. This like transparent green.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, maybe it'll focus.
But I probably have to put my hand behind it. Block my face out.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that eyeball.
That's the amulets and the.
Yeah, so that's the Goblin King symbol on the top, the eyeball, and then the amulet, which is what all of the Goblin King and the goblins are looking for.
Yeah.
And all those gems, they had a lot of those translucent gems for a lot of their stabs.
Yeah, that was, they put gems literally everywhere on tree branches,
pretty much every
on
set.
their vehicles, on the wings, it's just gems everywhere. So
yeah, I'll put a couple more. I'll keep putting some
Our
dolls.
Aussies are commiserating with their locations and how cold it is down there.
Yeah.
The East Coast.
Yeah.
And then here.
So there's Rosalind, which is Sapphire, the Sapphire Dragon.
That's Rosalind.
And the other thing that you'll notice, the face prints too, that they have, a lot of the elves characters have these little face tattoos or prints on them.
Yeah.
And they had a nice range of color for skin tones.
Yeah.
They were, like
they're magical.
Percentage wise, they were definitely much more diverse than other Lego lines.
Oh, absolutely. And even going back to the box art in that upper right corner where they show all the elves together, it is definitely much more representative of more diversity.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and the elves' hair pieces, true, awesome.
Yeah, the hair pieces with the ears attached to them are just amazing. Yeah, there's our main cast.
Yes, the variegated hair with elves' ears attached.
So my brick's not big enough to get all four of them next to each other, but there's Azari is the fire elf in the like pink and red. And then
I love that lavender hair too. I know Debo's drooling over that.
Yeah. So Nida is the water elf in blue.
Debo asks, why do villains have such great fashion sense?
Right.
They have to.
And then there's
they don't play by the rules.
Well,
Ira is the wind elf, and then Farron is the earth elf.
And also, like in some of the later sets, the elves get like cloaks, so they have like a cloak.
That's true. The cloaks
and
are
those
nice.
also look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do you have the cloaks there? Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, those hoods, and they're just so colorful too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really nice.
Some of the capes are also very, very fancy. That's the real reason I wish. Yeah, they have designs and cutouts.
They have the cutouts on their capes.
Yeah, they're really
nice.
Cool. And then I'll show you. There's a few more characters, but I'll show you two more.
So Steve wants to give you a compliment. Your green light in the background, it really makes your Skelly Dragon pop.
Thank you.
You just moved into this studio just, a month ago? Something like that?
Yeah, not too long ago. So I actually moved out of my Lego room into like a spare room. It sort of used to be my dog's room, I guess you could call it. It's just a room that gets really, really hot. So We don't.
Oh yeah, here are the humans.
These are the humans. So Sophie with her little ponytail.
They're so exotic.
Yeah,
because they don't have the ears.
Yeah.
Right. So that's Sophie. She's the one that gets kidnapped and is one of the main lines of the Goblin King.
No.
And then this is Emily Jones. She's kind of the main character throughout the whole story. So
I'm gonna have to start watching this series.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for the YouTube.
Yeah, if you send me the link, I'll post it on the Discord channel. Cool. So for people who are interested.
And then on Netflix is the Goblin King story.
I'm definitely going to start watching that.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, they're made for kids. It's a little cheesy. It was definitely 2015 when like vlogging was becoming popular. So some of the shorts have her like talking to a phone and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it was meant to try and be hip with the times, but also be Lego and entertaining. I really like it, but there is some of it that's pretty cheesy.
So Vicarious Brickstress was asking about your Twitch handle and YouTube. So here you go. The Brick Cove on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow her, especially she's live streaming on Twitch on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock Mountain Time or 9 o'clock Pacific. So for you, Vicarious Brickstress, since you're in Hawaii, that would be, I think, 6 a.m. for you. But you can always watch her videos.
Breakfast time.
What's that?
Just wake up and have breakfast with
it. There you go. Yeah. And so I wanted to thank you again, Aubree. I mean, there's so much to cover. We might have to have an Elves part 2, I think. Maybe we'll do an Elves part 2 and we can cosplay.
When I have my full cosplay done.
We can all cosplay in that.
Well, you guys can.
I can bring my dragon because it'll be out of storage, I think, by that time.
But yeah, and we didn't even talk about the eggs yet, so just say that for part 2.
Maybe we should. Do you want to? Let's
go
ahead.
There it is. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the eggs.
5 of the elf sets had these eggs, and they all have a little dragon inside. And Aubree has Estari, the queen dragon.
Yes.
Kind of baby queen dragon.
Yeah, this is
these little dragons are so adorable. And that was what Zach was asking earlier, how many dragons are in the Elves line. You have the large dragons, and then you have these little adorable, cute baby dragons.
So there's maybe there's 7 or 8 little baby dragons.
Yeah, they're so cute. And BFab's here. Hey, BFab. Yes, and Aubree's ears look a little different from this morning's stream. Yeah, because she streams on Wednesdays. And her regular channel on Twitch, and which is where she hangs out a lot every Wednesday.
Yeah, but the eggs are probably watch when you buy a used set, just make sure that you read the fine print and see if it has the minifigures of the egg.
Yeah.
Because if it's super cheap, it probably doesn't have the egg.
Right.
It's the same.
So I saw at Bricks Cascade, they were selling this egg and dragon for $40.
Wow.
But I actually ended up getting the full set that this comes in, which it's small. It comes with Emily the human, and it's like a small little waterfall build. It's not very big, maybe 50 pieces, and this egg. And I got that set for $35 complete with the egg, but they were selling the egg by itself for 40.
That's crazy. That is so. I mean,
that's why they need to bring it back and reprint these eggs,
right.
So everyone can have.
Yeah, they're awesome. The eggs are really cool.
Yeah,
they're I don't know if you can really tell, but they're glittery.
I think
and they're like
we can see your ring light really well in that too.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, it's okay.
I've got the fire one.
It just shows you how reflective the surface is.
That's actually the one that I couldn't find.
Oh, you don't have the fire one?
Oh, wait a minute. Let's look at Remy's.
Yeah, see this one you can see the dragon through here. Yeah.
So cute. See, unlike Jurassic Park where they'd have some really nasty looking mosquito in the middle of that.
Right.
You've got a cute little dragon.
Yeah, that's the thing. In the Elves world, none of the creatures escape. because they're not in captivity. So none of the
Well,
sets
let's
are like
just hope
that.
they don't have a Friends Dragon Rescue set, right?
Oh well, the villains capture. It is called Queen's Dragon Rescue, but
Yeah, so Regana does capture all the dragons.
Mhm.
So Debo wants to know: do dragons' eggs go well with toast?
Yes, they do. Wouldn't recommend it, but.
Oh, but yeah, this is the Dragon Sanctuary.
Yeah, so this is the Dragon Sanctuary. So the point of this set and like all the other ones that came with eggs were to this one doesn't go to it. So you're meant to collect all the eggs.
Yeah, you
and
have like a little
their own little platform.
Oh, nice.
That you put them on.
So it's
that's why the purple dragon is a little more expensive because it comes in that set. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that would be worthwhile getting the purple dragon because I know Vicarious Brickstress wants to get that. So I think I might have to add that to my list too.
Yeah. If you just get the dragon, it's not too bad.
Before we go, I'll show you just real quick the elemental animals. So this is along the Nocturne storyline. So we've talked about the fox. So if you see these animals, the important thing to try and find is if they have this piece.
Oh, right. That printed piece.
The other dragons don't come with, or animals don't come with this piece. Only the elemental animals do. So if you find this is a really cool piece to find. So this is the Earth Fox, and then there's the Fire Dragon.
Well,
Fire Lion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is really pretty. And then we've seen the wind.
Yeah, the wings on that are so cool.
Yeah, they are really cool.
Yeah.
So this is the only elemental animal that's a dragon. And then there's a turtle.
Oh,
Ms. Slowbrickta is going to be all over that turtle. Look at that face.
The turtle is really cute. Like all the molded heads are
molded
great.
heads with the little designs around the eyes. That is so cool.
And I have it on my
so Vicarious Brickstress now. See, we're just enabling a lot of people now.
This is what
we were here for. 5. So y'all just want to get elves. So Noctura is the one that tries to collect the elemental animals. So
nice.
Has all these pieces, and then once she has all the elemental animals, then like the shadow gate opens up, and so those pieces are a little bit harder to find. But I've noticed that when I find the animals. I've been able to talk down a price if it hasn't had this.
Right. That's a good point. That's kind of for you, everybody.
Yeah, that's the hard thing too, is it's like if you know what you're talking about, it's easier to talk them down in price. Because there was a seller at Cascade that was selling a Noctura's tower. It had Noctura in it. She is a very expensive fig. Or a doll. She's really hard to find.
She's the one in the center, right?
She's the one on the end right here.
Oh, on the end. Okay.
Yeah, look at that printing.
Yeah, she's like $40 on her own.
Wow.
Let's see.
Beautiful.
She has like a little tattoo on her arm.
Oh, nice.
Right here.
Wow.
But yeah, anyway, so someone else was talking about the price, and I was maybe interested in buying it, but I saw the price, and the guy was like, well, Nocturna is $40 on her own. And I was like, I mean, if you're going to talk about it, maybe you should get her name right, because it's not Nocturna, it's Noctura. And which, like, it's fine. It's semantics, but if you're trying to talk someone up in price, you probably should know what you're talking about, right?
Nocturna is the Mega Blocks version.
Yes, exactly.
So.
Oh, look at what Vicarious Brickstress mentions. This might be a good new segment.
Yeah, we could do the Antiques Brick Show.
The Antiques Roadshow for Lego discontinued sets and themes.
Yeah.
So you could call Aubree for appraisals of Elves.
Yeah.
I think the hard thing is Elves is getting really popular in the secondhand market, and it is really, really expensive.
Yeah.
And for me, since I have all of it, I am able to talk people down in price a lot, because I'm like, look, I get where you're coming from. Sometimes if it's sealed in box, and I'm like, but it's not worth the sealed in box price to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to open it.
Right.
Still, we were already best friends.
And Zizu also says, hey, Lego released a theme without a single helicopter.
No helicopters. But Syra, yes. Who is it that has like the airships? And she's got all sorts of machines and flying things.
So this one's she only comes in a tiny poly bag. This one's Syra.
I thought she came in like one of the other big sets.
Love that torso.
In the did she come in the inn?
Oh yeah, you're right. She does. She comes in the inn. It's her inn.
Yeah.
But
Starlight Inn.
So yeah, she comes with a lot of stuff, but it's Ira. That's the wind elf. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, like Syra and Ira.
Ira, Nida. She has
that looks very similar to the Moana ship.
Yeah, it is really similar to
but they have,
quite a bit bigger than the Moana ship.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of Ira because Ira also has
she has that big airship. Yeah,
airship here.
And then the boat.
Oh wow!
So
oh my gosh, that's kind of got a steampunkish kind of look to it.
Yeah, that's some of the things are a little steampunkish. So
and she
that's dope,
them out of random.
Oh, this is also where you get your pirate goblin. I just noticed that.
Yes,
the Dukelin.
Or Dukin? Dukelin, right?
Dukelin, yeah. That's like Jublin, Dukelin.
Also sort of Lin.
Some kind of Lin.
All sorts of Lin. The bats probably have my favorite. Like the bat, his name's like Phil.
Phil.
Yeah, the bat names are
mentions that. So this was earlier when you were talking about the villains are capturing the those eggs where Stephanie rescues them.
Who is it?
So true.
Mia has a new set where she rescues a giraffe. I actually kind of want to get that.
Zebra.
Yeah.
Yes, and of course, BFAB would regret passing on 75% elf sets.
Should pick them up, BFAB.
Yes,
they're great.
But the nice thing is that if you have a bunch of like dark blue and magenta and like the off beige for the castle walls, you can make your own elf sets.
That's true. You can.
Oh, and that is Titus, right?
I have that figure.
Yeah,
I found that figure at a new Bricks and Minifigs in Arizona. They didn't know it was Elves, and they put it with the regular Friends minifigs, and I got it for like $4.
Yeah, I love when that happens.
Titus is the dragon trainer.
Yep.
Yeah, he has the dragon school.
And I have that little blue dragon that comes with him too.
Yeah, Miku.
Yeah. There's really like, we also didn't talk about this, but
that little blue dragon, he's so cute.
So Miku's pretty easy to find. This is probably if you're gonna find a baby dragon, you'll probably find this one.
But yeah, also one thing about the elf sets is in some of those sets, like the pearl gold is like a little bit darker than modern pearl gold, and looks really neat. I don't have any on me. I should have grabbed one, but
I don't know if you would be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference, but it is kind of a neat, like just different coloration from the normal pearl gold.
Wow.
So
yeah, I wish I had a pearl gold up here to
some of the in like some of the claw pieces, like some of those 1x1 tooth pieces, tooth plates, like you can really tell in those, but
yeah. True.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's an amazing set. So Lego,
y'all better get out there and snag that clearance of video. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I love video.
I know. Video is. I just wish. In fact, I'm still working with Zach that I have 0 of the video series 2. So he's actually he and I are trading, so I can get some in my collection. I don't have any at the moment.
I have I'm pretty sure I have all of video.
Yeah. Is there video left? I already snagged most of the highly discounted sets. Yeah. Well, we know who to go to. So BFAB, he's got a lot of the sets. But Thank you so much, Aubree. I think we could probably talk for another hour easily about this topic. And as you know, Aubree, we invite guests because we know they know more than we do about some of these topics.
I don't know about that.
Well, I think that it's great that you spent the time to lend your experience. And for those of you who don't know, Aubree, she's also known as the Brick Cove on YouTube and Twitch, all one word. And then on Instagram, the.brick.cove on Instagram. And she has already posted some of those photos of the Friends Theater that you saw earlier. And I think that's another thing is you're the Friends ambassador or theme coordinator for Brick Slopes as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in a couple months in August. And she mentioned this, so we're going to promote it. If you're going to Brick Slopes, she's going to be cosplaying there as Nocturna, right?
Noctura.
I'm sorry. Noctura. See, I got it wrong.
All right, you're not trying to sell me a fig.
No, I'm not trying to sell you a fig. So she's going to be cosplaying as that.
The dark teal and
the one on the far right.
Yeah, don't go anywhere yet, Vicarious Brickstress. We got a special announcement.
We got a couple announcements still.
Yeah.
But so thank you again, Aubree, for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we talked about Brick Slopes, but we have a couple other things that are happening on the horizon. So let's talk about conventions. So we have Brick World Chicago, and that's coming up in 2 weeks. And Aubree's going to be there. So if you are planning to go to Brick World Chicago, you want to meet her in person, you want to sell her some discounted elves at a good price, that's the place you can go see her. And I'm sure she's willing to take her wallet out to get a good deal.
Sure.
We are also going to be at Bricks by the Bay. I will be there and Remy will be there. This is going to be the first time we're going to meet in person, which I'm super excited about.
Anything can happen.
Anything.
Literally anything. I don't know. Like, you get along with someone online and then you meet them in person and you're like,
yeah, well,
so
we risk that.
We'll see.
Risk that.
Yeah, we're going to
bring
roll the
all
dice.
my Harry Potter and show it to you and brag about it.
Maybe, if there's like a trash can nearby, sure, bring it all out. We can do that.
We know all of Remy's hot buttons, so
it's Pride Month. Get ready for it,
But two things about the convention.
Yes.
So one is we are doing a Mega Micropolis Metropolis multiverse collaboration. And I just posted the final specs for that. It's essentially a Micropolis build, but you can build whatever you want on it. So, but you still have to build it at micro scale. So take a look at the Discord server. It's in the Mega Micropolis Metropolis Multiverse category. Take a look at that. Studs Will Travel wants to know if you're going to be selling the ears as merch.
I feel like you could get those other places than a Lego convention. But.
I just ordered them on Amazon and it had like 10 different ones that it came with.
Ooh, or you could just order a bunch, repackage them, and put the logo on and be like,
right.
Now it's $20 more expensive.
For the idea.
Magically.
Put the Brick Cove special ears and signed by Aubree.
Yes.
But so going back to Brick World Chicago, the Women's Brick Initiative is doing a collab. So if you don't know this already, you can submit a fish aquarium build and take a look at the Women's Brick Initiative Facebook page. There's more details on that. And I put in a couple of examples because this was supposed to be at BrickCon last year. But as you know, I had a family emergency. We weren't able to do it. So we're going to take BrickCon ideas, bring it to Brick World. So Brick World is where that WBI initiative is going to be. And then we're going to also take some of those to Bricks by the Bay. So I'm going to talk to the Bricks by the Bay people about the other collabs. So 2 collabs, Mega Micropolis, Metropolis, Multiverse, and the Women's Brick Initiative Aquarium build. But wait, there's more.
Hold on, one second. Snow Lena, can you submit a digital build? Probably not because the convention is in person, but you may be able to, if you build it, mail it to someone and they can display it for you.
Well, but they're in Australia.
Oh,
so send me a PM, Snowlena, because depending on how complex it is, I may be able to build one for you and bring it and just say the concept was by Snowlena.
Yeah.
And it was physically built by me. So we'll work something out. But I would love to have some Aussies participate in this. That would be great.
Cross-continental.
So, yeah, exactly.
Cooperation.
You need to sneak into the WBI.
Men in the Women's Brick Initiative.
It's men can join.
They take also advocates. So
you can just join.
Yep, you can just join. There are men that are part of it.
You should be able to join as an ally.
Yeah.
So don't worry about your gender. It's called the WBI.
It's not like
Yeah, and if you just want to send an aquarium build, just send me a note and we'll make it happen. Okay. Because I think this whole idea of an aquarium build is going to be so cool once everybody brings their builds together. But wait, there's more. There's
so much more.
What are we doing next week?
Well, let me tell you guys.
We've kept it under, really secret. So, Remy, do you want to do the announcements?
We have seen episode 1 of Lego Masters. And we will be reviewing it next week for you all exclusively.
Well, wait a minute. Episode 1 of what?
Of Lego Masters New Zealand.
New Zealand.
We
can say it loud and proud because some people don't know this. And this is why the Aussies, I know you don't like the Kiwis and you only like to celebrate on Anzac Day, but I have a business in New Zealand, so I can legitimately, watch this. But so we are going to be doing Lego Masters New Zealand reviews for the next 9 weeks, starting next week. So anyway, you love the Kiwis? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, good. Well, I know I've talked with some Aussies and some Kiwis, and it's kind of like there's a little rivalry there. It's like a brother-sister kind of rivalry, sibling rivalry. But I'm glad we're gonna do week by week, just like we were planning to do for Lego Masters USA. But you know what happened with that? They pushed it back. So we're gonna do Lego Masters New Zealand.
Yeah.
I have a couple of Kiwi friends who I'm hoping, whether or not they know Lego, that they're willing to come on. And if the Aussies have been watching this, send me a PM. We'd love to have you on the show, similar to Aubree as a guest. We could talk about Lego Masters New Zealand. So we are going to be doing a weekly review starting next week. And Monday is when they're doing, I think, their final. So we will be like right on the tail end of that. We'll be able to see all the episodes. So come on and watch next week, starting next week. And fingers crossed. I know Dan from the Dan and Jono team. He's on Twitch as Between the Bricks. So maybe we might even get him as a guest on one of the episodes. But
and the show will be over, so they can spill all the tea.
Well, it's depending on how much time he has, though, because it's in the middle of the day, right? Because right now it's 6 o'clock Pacific is when we start, which is 1 p.m. Thursday for, I think, the Kiwis, and maybe it's even earlier. 10, I think, for some people in Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, so important question. Can everyone watch Lego Masters New Zealand? Yes, but
send me a private message.
You have to jump through a few hoops.
I think because I have this business, I am able to host a watch party. So I still have to figure out that. But I do have a legitimately registered business in New Zealand. So for those of you who did not know, it hasn't been doing anything for several years because I haven't been able to go down there.
No, you mean it's an active business and it's fully staffed and you've been working continuously.
I do have a director that's down there. Yes. I do have a legitimate director who is, the point person down there. So anyway, long story short, we're going to do it. We're going to do a weekly review, Lego Masters New Zealand, following the similar fair use policies. We're not going to show the whole episode, but we're going to show tidbits of the episode and talk about the builds and talk about our, reaction to some of that. Very similar, kind of a teaser for Lego Masters Season 3. So we're hoping it's going to align. It won't overlap, but that's the plan.
Yeah, there have been some amazing build.
Lego Masters USA is last year.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe
actual.
when we do Lego Masters New Zealand, Lego Masters season 3 will be like such an anticlimactic after that. Right?
There are some great builders on that season, and there have been some amazing builds.
Yeah.
And there's one build in the second episode that that does take a jab at the Australians, and I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
that'll be fun. But and like I said, if the Aussies, if you want to send me a private message and let me know if you want to be on the show, it'd be great to have somebody from your hemisphere be on the show and talk about Lego Masters New Zealand. So we're gonna do it. We're going to do Lego Masters New Zealand starting next week.
It's gonna be awesome.
So it's gonna be fun. We've been watching the episodes, and now we're gonna be caught up in next week on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any other announcements, Remy, or did I catch them all?
No. Come see me at Bricks by the Bay. I will either have some mocks or I will not have any mocks, and it will be a total disaster.
And Bricks by the Bay is in 3 weeks, so we'll still be broadcasting for the next couple weeks. And thankfully, we're broadcasting on Wednesdays, and the show doesn't start till Thursday. So we should be able to continuously do our weekly program.
We might even do a show in person. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to work that out. I don't know when
maybe we'll do that.
You're arriving there or not.
Maybe a bonus stream.
Yeah.
So follow Brick Literacy. If you haven't yet, please, if you like this, please like and subscribe to the stream.
We are constantly
we always have to ask.
And elusive like and subscribe.
Yeah. And of course, you can send a fan mail to the Brickaniza Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 31956, Seattle, Washington, 98103. I will be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow's our Thrifty Thursday episode. I can't remember. It's a creator set. It's in the car, but I will post that on the Discord server. And also this weekend, I will be having a Hobbit stream, a Hobbit birthday stream. Fun. Which is, somebody mentioned this in the chat, that Hobbits on their birthday give away prizes instead of taking gifts. Yeah. So I've got to find out all the details. But on Sunday, I have 2 special guests already lined up. I've got Jacob Dennis, who is somebody who follows 9 Brick City. And he asked if he could share some information on the show. And he has a giveaway. Nice. I also have Matthew Builds Bricks because I am going to be opening a gift that he sent to me. And if anybody else, if you tune in, we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to be giving away prizes. So that one will probably be close to this, probably an hour and a half, 2-hour episode on Sunday, 1 o'clock. So Thursday, I stream at 9 o'clock. And then on Sunday, I'll be streaming at 1 o'clock for a special Hobbit birthday episode. So... Anyway, thanks so much, everybody. It's great to have everybody here. Debo and Havsteads Will Travel, BFAB, Zach Martinez, Snowlania, Steve's Brick Cave, everybody who's been here in the chat, Vicarious Brickstress, all of you. If I haven't named you, please know that we really appreciate you hanging out with us. Aubree, so fun to have you on this show. Thank you for having all those cool things to show us. Yes. Don't forget, she will be at Brick World. So if you want to meet her in person at Brick World, and maybe she'll bring the ears too there too.
Well, at Brick World, I'll be cosplaying my Sig Fig doll.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, the Belleville. That's a Belleville figure,
saw
right?
In our promotional materials, that is her Sig Fig, which is a Belleville Sig Fig. We probably need you to come back to talk about Belleville.
I mean, I don't know as much about Belleville, but I love it.
Yeah. It'll be great. So this month is going to be a lot of conventions. So we have Brick World in Chicago. Remy and I will be there at Bricks by the Bay. The week after that is Brick Rodeo in Texas. So if you want to go to a show, this is the month to do it. And of course,
or in August.
And in August, if you want to go to Brick Slopes too. And I would be remiss without saying that happy Pride Month too. And the other announcement I almost forgot, Brick Scouts. For any of you who are Brick Scouts or want to be Brick Scouts, this is the month where you can build, and give myself full screen for a moment. You can build a box, a 6x6 box. And I'm missing an antenna, but once this antenna is done, This is a little brick box that I've made. And then this will have, I pop it open. I'll put a little note in there saying, play well and either keep or rehide. And this, we're going to do hashtag Brick Scouts, and we'll see where this goes. So we're placing 4 brick boxes with a rainbow theme. This is one sample. You can do it any way you want.
Yeah.
And we're just spreading joy to the world.
Just to brighten someone's day, you know.
Yeah, just to brighten somebody's day. So do that 4 times. We're saying once a week, but you can do it any 4 times in the month of June. Hashtag Brick Scouts, and we'll see, you know, what happens. We'll see what happens out there in the world. So this is the first time the Brick Scouts are actually doing something. This came out of a Zoom call that we decided this is what we're going to do. But yeah, so lots of cool things happening in the month of June. Oh, I forgot one more announcement. Hashtag Weekend Brick Limit. So people have been saying, yes, they want me to continue with hashtag Weekend Brick Limit. So I've changed the theme. Originally, it was going to be gatherings, but since I'm building a lot of castles, it's going to be castle. So Weekend Brick Limit starts on June 4th and 5th. Just however many pieces are in the day of the month, build a castle theme of some sort.
Nice.
So anyway, I will put this out on all of my socials, on the Discord server. You know where to find me. So anyway, okay, I think we're done. Thank you, everybody.
There's a sneak peek of the U.S. Lego Masters happening, I think, Sunday, too.
Oh,
yeah, the 5th.
Right. Sunday at 8:30 p.m., I think, Eastern, which is 5:30 Pacific.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's the Jurassic World episode because they filmed like a whole Jurassic World promo, and then they it back,
that's right. Because of June 10th.
They have to hold their contracts or whatever with Jurassic.
Yeah, that makes sense. So for those of you who don't know, Jurassic World Dominion is releasing on June 10th, and they brought in all those actors to be a part of Lego Masters because they were planning to show it now. So
So we'll probably watch it. I don't know if we'll cover it because we don't want to like, oh, here's US, and then we'll wait 3 months. And then
maybe.
I saw a chat earlier saying, I don't remember who it was, but saying that the New Zealand was kind of low quality. I would say it's really comparable to.
It's just like Australia.
Well, and I would say that it's comparable to the first. Oh, it was BFAB. So if you've seen for the very first one, which was UK, New Zealand's kind of comparable to that. You can tell that they just have, you know, a lower budget, and it's the first time that they're coming around with it. So if it does well and New Zealand does it again, I'm sure it'll.
Yeah, the brick pit is a little bit smaller, but like the set is exactly like the set of Australia.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's bad. It's just the first time. So
you have 2 weeks to convince me to go to Chicago.
You can probably convince her. If you want to convince her, you can use PayPal. That's
exactly.
That's how you convince.
Hey, you want to sponsor a trip for me? And
right.
You've got some cash that you can send my way.
Cash does trump reason.
Right. Yeah. Pay for them.
No, I've already committed to Bricks by the Bay, and I got a lot of work to get ready for that. And my mom's coming too. Nice. So yeah, that's the other news that happened yesterday. So yeah, you get to meet Brickanista's mom. Maybe she might hide in the hotel room, but
peace out. Yeah.
But anyway, okay, cool. I think we got all the announcements out. But
a lot of stuff going on.
This was a great episode. Thank you so much, everybody. Fun times, and then we will see some of you Thursday night for Thrifty Thursday, and please join me Sunday at 1:00 here on YouTube for a Hobbit birthday stream. So that'll be fun. So take care, everybody. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.
Bye, friends.
Y'all.